you and I both saw Nuremberg, and I I'm in two minds about it. It's a courtroom drama about the Nuremberg trials of the high command of the Third Reich, the Nazi regime after World War II. They captured a lot of the people that were in the high command, including Goering, and he played by Russell Crowe. Is that the pronunciation correct? I'm not getting the pronunciation.
I feel like it's Goering. Yeah.
Goering. Okay, Herman Goering. Rami Malek plays Douglas Kelly, a psychologist who is basically trying to make sure that these guys, they've captured 22 of the people in high command. What they want to do, they don't just want to execute them for their war crimes. They want to put them on trial so that the war kind of ends with we're the good guys doing the right thing. So Michael Shannon plays a ambitious prosecutor. Prosecutor, what's his character's name is? Anyways, he may be on the Supreme Court. Who knows? And he's going to prosecute the case. And they unite UK, America, Russia, and another country. It escapes me to basically put these 22 men on trial so that when they lay down the law, they're doing the right thing. They're not just going to execute them. They want to show the world what they did. As a courtroom drama and a tense thriller, I really love this movie. Rami Malek as Douglas Kelly, the way he plays Russell Crowe as Goering is amazing. It's a battle of wits. Goering, I can't pronounce it right. I'm not good on my German, even though I'm part German. I'm not great, but it's really a psychological game. Russell Crowe is just amazing in this role. He pretends to not understand English, yet he does. What's he hiding? He's playing mind games with everyone, and he is not going to allow himself to lose. He will win this argument in court. And I love courtroom dramas. It's high stakes, very intense, even though we know the results of this. The detail they go into is great, and the performance is powerhouse. On that level, I love this film. It did one thing, though, that annoyed me. And I know it's what annoyed you.
Yeah.
They draw a comparison to, what do you think, Alan?
The bad orange man.
Oh my God. This movie, it had just stuck to the story it was telling, but the fact that it tried to connect this to modern times with this paragraphs at the end, because the argument was the Nazis were able to do what they did because they passed laws that gave them the power to do it. They could do it legally, the heinous, horrible things. And I'll say on the note, there's a moment during the trial where they show footage of all the concentration camps. That footage, I know this because I saw Russell Crowe on Joe Rogan. He was recently on a Joe Rogan episode, gave a great interview and talked about the movie. That's footage that we've never seen. And it's graphic and horrifying of what was found at the concentration camps when they were liberated.
Hey, let me tell you the on the nose moment.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So there's a scene where Rami Malek is talking to, where Kelly is talking to Goering, and it's Goering, by the way.
Goering.
And Kelly asks, "Why did you follow Hitler?" And then Goering responds, "He made us feel German again."
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you might as well just kind of put that on a red hat and then put on everybody.
Yeah, it's among other. I think the text at the end is also very on the nose.
Yeah.
They try to connect it to modern times, and that's very disheartening. As a standalone, if you're able to ignore those aspects, the fact that it's so on the nose and gets preachy at the end, it's I can ignore it because as a courtroom drama, it's riveting. And the performances, Russell Crowe, amazing. Rami Malek, there's a reason he won an Oscar. He's great. But the
Mhm.
on the nose nature of it was just so this movie feels like current day propaganda to vilify one side of the political aisle, you know? Like I,
Yeah.
it's just sad to me that art has been invaded by activism and destroyed what could have been just a great drama.
Yeah.
And I
Fortunately,
can't.
no other movie this year has done that.
Yeah, well, a lot, but
Yeah.
I really love the movie, and it did this thing that I can't stand. So I don't know what to say about it. Great movie, bad message at the well, not a bad message, but a message that tries to make the movie more relevant by saying that's what's happening in America. I got news for you. It's not, and it's ridiculous. So mine's a very mixed review in the end. But the parts I loved, I loved. What do you think, Alan?
Yeah, you can skip this one for me. Yeah, I mean, I guess the courtroom stuff was intriguing. Not like I hadn't seen. I mean, I've gotten to that point as a film critic where it's like I've seen this stuff millions of times,
It's you
and
groan
and
and roll your eyes like, oh, again?
yeah,
I'm a
and so and all you want is if you're a big studio, all you want is them to elevate the genre, and I guess elevating this genre is by linking it to modern times. Um, there are things that I liked, or okay, there are things I found interesting because the idea of this trial is called into question quite a bit, and it's a good thought exercise because why don't we just execute these guys? Well, you're gonna make them martyrs. B, well, we'll put them on trial. Well, how do you do it? What's the crime? Because there's not really an international law that
right,
you can try people on. And then you get into the point of, well, if we're gonna try them, we can't lose. And so we've
right.
got to stack the deck on our side to win. To me, those are really great questions to explore. And I just feel like that they didn't handle that well. And
Mm,
then to inject politics to it, to basically say half of the United States is evil, and so this movie we're going to offend them as much, hoping that they'll turn around, and if anything, the other half will just applaud, saying, "Yes, we are in these times. We are now emboldened." Because maybe what they got wrong, we can do right. I'm making some implications there, um, and so it's just this muddled mess
well,
because
it's
I just wish there was a viewpoint. I don't know. I just
you
feel like this is a mess. This is a mess of a movie, and so I can't recommend this movie at all.
well, I will say, as I left, okay, saw the movie at 3 in the afternoon. It's almost 2.5 hours. At the end of the movie, one person applauded.
Mhm.
And the movie theater was like 2/3 full at least. I was like, I'm surprised how many people are out here for this movie in the afternoon. One person applauded. It was weird. And when I walked out, this woman looked at me, and there's a weird assumption in Los Angeles that everyone thinks the same.
Mhm.
We're all on the same team,
Yeah.
that we all share the same ideas and same biases. And she just started ranting to me about what's been going on in America and
Mhm.
tried to compare this. She was a devout, right? And she was trying to compare like what's happening in America now to the movie we just saw. She's an MSNBC viewer, clearly. And
Yeah.
I didn't say anything to her. I didn't push back because I don't need the grief. I just nodded, and she was moved by the film, and I acknowledged it was a very moving movie. But she went on a rant and wanted to have a whole conversation with me, and I just nodded, and that was it. And that's what's disheartening
Mhm.
about the film. So I would recommend it for the courtroom drama stuff, and maybe going down a rabbit hole of learning about the real trial. But it's really disqualifying for me, uh, because of its the preachy nature. So
Yeah. I
ultimately,
mean, you could have just presented the facts of
yeah,
the story of what happened, but now you got to insert your politics into it, and that just ruins it.
yeah.
Because now you don't know what to trust. Like, did that conversation actually happen, or was this the writer just trying to make that connection? I don't know. Maybe it did happen, maybe it didn't, but I don't, I call now into question the veracity of this entire movie.